Hello, hello, hello. All right, we are live. Hello. How y'all doing? I'm JB Taylor, Swalk Off Sports Talk. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Slower this. Bring it over here. Y'all can hear me just fine with it right here. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. All right. Hey, Ashton. Hey, Jacob. I almost called you Joe for some reason. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. Don't know, Joe. Don't know. Ready for the NFL? Me too, good sir. I gotta put my mic over here after the stream. I don't know who Joe is, and I don't know why I almost called you Joe. Don't know why. Don't know why. We will be doing the Colts season prediction as well as IU, Indiana Hoosier football. Very much looking forward to breaking things down. Hopefully Pittsburgh goes well. Can't wait for Colts Steelers. That'll be in a little while. That should be fun. We'll get started here in a couple of minutes. Darkness, I don't know. I ask myself that every day. Who am I? Who am I? What is my purpose? Who am I and what is my purpose? Who am I and what is my purpose? Deep questions. Oh. How you doing, Darkness? How you doing? I decided getting McDonald's for dinner. I had Wendy's. I still have a Baconator to eat. I had spicy nugs, and they were good. First time having spicy nugs that I can recall. I liked them. I liked them a lot. Got the pomegranate lemonade. Pretty good, too. Oh, they have school tomorrow, so you'll be home alone. There you go. You like your McDonald's? Sure like your McDonald's? Folks, I'm excited. I didn't want to wait. So instead of going live at 9:30, I decided to go live at 6:30. I didn't want to wait for 3 hours. I had a lot of fun digging. There's a legit sushi place within a 2-minute walk from my apartment. Dude, get you some. Get you some, man. Get you some. I love sushi. About a 15-minute walk. My local supermarket has they get sushi delivered to them, I think daily. I think something like that. Sushi King is who delivers it. It is freaking good sushi. Guess what snack you have? Beef jerky. That's my guess. At 6:40 we'll get going. So 1 minute, guys. High school football starts on Friday. Hey GW, how you doing? Good. No, actually, I don't know. Peanut butter crackers? Peanut butter crackers are goated. Guess what snack I had? 2 gummies. Where's your $1 million? I ask myself that every day. Ask myself that every day. Where's my $1 million? Where's my $1 million? Brandon Potts on the mound for the Diamondbacks. The game's starting here soon. Yeah, I take the IO for Marte. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Even 2K25 drops 2 weeks. Dude, Alex Cobb's injured again. That sucks. How's everything going with you, JB? I'm good. I'm about to be even better here in a little bit. I ate 2 gummies. Can't wait. Had Wendy's. Feel pretty good. Yeah. How's things going with you? I am going to get started now, guys. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? He's back for the Rays series. Oof. That ballpark is a disaster. All right, so let me turn on the Diamondbacks game real quick. Give everybody a little extra time to come in. Make sure that's muted. Thoughts on the mound. Last time out, he had 11 Ks, so. All right. Yeah, mini Doritos. I couldn't eat those. Got to give me the whole Doritos, or it's no Doritos. Play the Marley. Yep. Got swept by the Rays. We don't do very good in Tropicana. Historically, we haven't won but like a handful of games there. It's not our place. Not our place at all. For my Braves representing Phillies, the standings for you better. The Phillies would just collapse and lose the rest of the games. I would love that too, JW. That'd be great. All right, guys, let's get it going. Let's talk IU. Let's do some predictions, shall we? Got a little bit of breakdown of a few things. First, IU related, we get Stignetti over from JMU. His overall record 119-35. Hey, Scale 08, how you doing, good sir? He turned JMU to a pretty damn good ball club. Man's won everywhere he's gone. Known for turning football programs around. Hey, Arturo. How you doing, good sir? Welcome in, welcome in. Along with Cincinnati is Mike Shanahan. Not that Mike Shanahan. Comes over. He's the offensive coordinator, wide receiver coach. Loves to throw the football, but expect to see a blend of pass and run. Yep, it's the week 1 game. FIU at IU. Despite bringing in a really good quarterback and a stacked wide receiver room, expect the Hoosiers to run the ball to set up the pass. Tino Sinceri is also a QB coach. He's the co-offensive coordinator. A lot of IUs. A lot of IUs. Buckeyes play? Yes, late in the season. So we have some pretty good coordinators coming in. Stignetti, again, he's a winner. Pick the IU to win week 1. Yeah, type in chat who you guys got. I'll keep it. I'll enjoy you guys playing along, and I'll keep my predictions going there too. Bobstead, the Hoosiers kept the O-line coach. It's pretty solid despite their struggles. He's a pretty solid coach despite the struggles. They bring in pieces to really help there. FIU wins, which means IU can't lose. Last year, the Hoosiers were 105th in points per game, 101st in total yards per game, 102nd in rushing yards per game, and 84th in passing yards per game. Not great. This year, the 28th in a ranked transfer portal class. So they bring in Curtis Wark, one of the best quarterbacks in Ohio history. Not the school, just the school, not literally all of Ohio. Big, strong, mobile, 2,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Tacked on 219 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns. Miles Cross comes over with him, 617 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's chemistry with Rourke. Miles Price over from Texas Tech. These are some notable transfers that are going to add to what IU's got going. 410 yards receiving, 5 tutties for Price. Elijah Rock comes over with Signetti from JMU. 1,191 yards, 82 receptions, 8 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, 14.5 yards per reception on average last year. They bring in Kalon Black, JMU transfer, expected starter. 142 rushes, 637 yards and a touchdown, 27 receptions, 254 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So expect the offense to be a bit more explosive, especially with the offensive line additions, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. Defensive end, Mikhail Kamara, 53 tackles, 7.5 sacks. Aiden Fisher turned head in spring practice, 108 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 7 passes deflected. He followed Signetti from JMU to IU. The question for these guys that I've listed so far is JMU isn't in the Big Ten. It's a step up. Guys are bigger, stronger, faster. Can they hold up? A lot of experts believe they can. CJ West is a big grab for the Hoosiers. A lot of teams, a lot of powerhouse teams wanted him, but he came over to IU. 40 tackles, 7 for loss, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. D'Angelo Pons was another guy. He's sought by LSU, Georgia, Alabama. That helps the cornerback situation, the defense there for IU. 51 tackles, 13 passes deflected, 2 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. You got nose tackle James Carpenter, Duke transfer, 53 tackles, 9 for loss, 4 sacks, vocal leader, tough, tone setter, natural playmaker. Signetti brought guys over. He had Sean Ashbury from Old Dominion, 93 tackles, 6 for loss, 4 passes deflected. These are guys that weren't highly recruited, but once they got in play, they put that tape on show, on display for the potential transfer portal movement. These are guys that are proven on the field, but weren't necessarily highly recruited, so they have a chip on their shoulder. Big question for a lot of them is size. Can they handle it? I think so. The O-line, which I talked about just a minute ago, they brought over Tyler Stevens, JM transfer, started 29 of 36 games. Big dude, solid, doesn't give up much ground there. But they have Carter Smith, who decided to stay. Again, Tyler Stevens edition, Trey Weddig edition, Nick Kidwell edition to an O-line that features Mike Caddick. The O-line is going to be way, way better than it was last year. Way better. So you bring in a better quarterback, you bring in better receivers, you bring in a better running back. This offense has the potential to be explosive. Very, very explosive. Quarterback room too. They have a second string Tyler Cherry, and third string Tavon Jackson. Both highly recruited. Yeah. Signetti was 19-5 with JMU in his time there. 11-1 campaign last year. They're going to want to be James Madison West in 2024. So 12 transfers from JMU came over. It's going to be fascinating. It's going to be... They've improved so much, but it is a first-year head coach, and it is a lot of new players. A lot of them, yes, playing with chips on their shoulder, but it is a lot of them. It's about, like, can they transfer it over to the Big Ten? Again, experts say they can, so it'll be curious to see how it all goes about. Now, to the first game, you planning to do IU games? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As many as I can. First game is FIU at IU. FIU coach Mike McIntyre is in his third year. David Yost in his third year as OC. Keon Jenkins can air the ball out. He had 2,400 yards, 11 touchdowns last year. Completion percentage under 60, but he did throw 11 picks. He, I think, will struggle against FIU's revamped defense. The FIU defense lost linebacker Donovan Manuel. They're led by Reggie Peterson and CJ Christian. They'll try to stifle IU, but the defense gave up 20 points a game last year, and they're noticeably worse. So I expect IU to win this game. I expect IU to win. Yes, yes, and yes. Go to Western Illinois versus Indiana. This is an easy one, really. The offense was led by Matt Morrissey last year, Western Illinois I'm talking about, but they lost him to Eastern Kentucky in the transfer portal, so they got Nathan Lamb seeing action. Yeah. Before signing with Western Illinois, Lamb recorded 4,600 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, and 23 rushing touchdowns at the College of Sequoia in 3 overall seasons. So he's a solid quarterback. Ludovic Chiquete, I'm sure I butchered that, will lead the charge on the ground. The offense put up 12.5 points a game, but their defense is booty cheeks. So IU will win this game quite handedly, I think. Quite handedly. Indiana versus UCLA. This is an intriguing one. People automatically go to UCLA winning this game, but it's not that simple. They lost their head coach in a sudden departure. They lost, gosh, what was it? Ooh. Shoot. I think 13 players to the draft. But yeah, they lost Chip Kelly, but they got Deshaun Foster and they got Eric Bieniemy. And defensive coordinator Mallow, they have him. Outside linebackers coach, special teams coordinator before shifting to DC. They were 8-5 last year, won the LA Bowl. UCLA won 8 games of 23 thanks to a massive improvement on defense, but 9 defensive starters and defensive coordinator D. Anthony Lynn left the program. UCLA is also making its way into a more difficult Big Ten conference and plays the 3rd hardest schedule in college football. It's really hard to revamp a team overnight, but this is UCLA, and they have professional level coaches. I think IU loses, but don't be surprised if UCLA is. Oh wait, I'm sure I forgot to change the logo. I always do that. Don't be surprised if UCLA gets the upset pulled on them, because again, first year head coach, new offensive coordinator. They lost a lot of players. It could be tough. It could be tough. This is a trap game for UCLA. They didn't replace as it just seems like IU did a much better job of replenishing. But Bieniemy knows what he's doing. UCLA is going to be fine. UCLA, okay, you guys did good. I searched and searched to see what you guys did. I couldn't find anything. But still, losing a tremendous amount of defense hurts. But you're going up against an IU offense that should be really, really good, but still, it's UCLA. So, but this is the trap game for UCLA. So don't be surprised if IU pulls off the upset here. But I have IU losing. We go to 49ers versus IU. 1 second. This is the Charlotte 49ers. Charlotte averaged 17.5 points a game. Their QB barely threw for more than 1,000 yards. He had 4 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. They have no running game to speak of. They barely combined for 1,000 yards with multiple halfbacks doing their thing. So, well, in the state of UCLA, it's good. Overall, it's meh. Okay. Charlotte has to have the team on their toes because this is a trap game for IU. Charlotte is not good at all, and there's no upside to them anytime soon. IU wins this game pretty handedly, but Cincinnati's got to be on them because this is a trap game. 110%. Maryland, IU. Mike Locksley, 6th season as head coach. They won the Music City Bowl last year. Maryland enjoyed his 3rd straight winning season, something it hadn't accomplished in 2 decades. They did lose to Tagovailoa. Maryland currently has an ongoing QB battle between Billy Evers Jr. and North Carolina State transfer MJ Morris. Terrapins have some nice skill position players like running back Roman Hemby, wide receivers Ty Felton, Caden Prather. Maryland also has some very good talent on the other side of the ball, especially in its secondary. Maryland's just too damn good. Maryland wins this game easily, quite easily. Let me go to IU versus Northwestern. Northwestern's 2023 season was one of the biggest surprises in college football. Pat Fitzgerald was fired 2 months before the season started due to a hazing scandal, ending a 17-year tenure with the team. Defensive coordinator David Braun took over, and they won 8 games for the first time in 5 years, thanks to a strong defense that earned them a top 40 defensive grade. Run defense should remain strong. Transfer portal decimated the secondary this offseason. Additionally, the Wildcats lack a viable starting quarterback and have little to get excited about on the offensive side of the ball. I think IU takes this just because of that secondary. There is a gaping chasm that IU could take advantage of. I think IU wins. That brings on Nebraska. Let me go get Nebraska. There we go. There's Nebraska. This could go either way. Or isn't that good? I don't have them winning very many games. Nebraska, Matt Rule's in second season. Finished last year 5-7. They now had a losing record for 7 consecutive seasons. The program's longest dry spell since the 40s. Hey, Mr. Love Guy! How you doing, good sir? How you doing? How you doing? How's your day going? Yeah. Nebraska's, they've been on a struggle bus for a minute. Biggest issue last year was offense. Hey, Lord. Which is 4th worst in Power 5. Optimism on offense is true freshman quarterback Dylan Raiola under center. He's the highest rated quarterback in recruit history. Nebraska's first 5-star recruit in 19 years. The Cornhuskers returned many starters to what was a very good defense in 2023. So it's a good challenge for IU. They have a chance to maybe stack up a little bit offense. I think they'll show flashes in this game, but ultimately I think the defense for the Cornhuskers is too good. I think IU loses this one. I think they lose this one. We go to Washington at IU. Washington at IU. I downloaded a lot of PNGs for this. Hey, TKG. Jeff Fish's first season with Washington. They won Pac-12 conference in a farewell season. Made their first national championship in team history. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't they get scorched in that? Kalen DeBoer moved on. He's Nick Saban's successor. Oh, darkness, we'd be here all day. Star offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb departed for the Seattle Seahawks. Washington returns just 8 of 32 players who played at least 300 snaps that last year. And none come from its electric offense. Jed Fish proved he could turn the program around while at Arizona. This is a Washington team that lost a lot. They took a massive hit. It's not like they aren't a crumbling program. They just lost a lot and people moved on, which is always tough. I have IU winning this game just because of them only returning 8 of 32 players who played 300 snaps last year. That Washington's going to be fine, but that is hard to overcome. And this is low-key a trap game for Washington at the same time. But it's going to take 2-3 years. Yeah, it's going to take a few years, and that's why I think IU. I'm not going to say that they're like a juggernaut, but they brought in a lot of good pieces, and if they gel even halfway decent, they can put up a fight in a lot of these games. And there's going to be some teams that overlook them because they are IU. There's dozens and dozens and dozens of those games every single year in college football. That's how many times has Appalachia upset Alabama? How many times have upsets like that happened? Teams get overlooked a lot. And again, Signetti knows what he's doing. They brought in a lot of pieces offensively and defensively. They aren't a juggernaut overnight, but they're going to put up a fight in a lot of these games. And that's why I think they win this. Because it's going to be really, really, really hard to overcome losing that many players. They'll be on a struggle bus this year. So IU wins this one. IU, Michigan State. IU versus Michigan State. As an IU fan, I can't wait for more offensive failure of the season. Up to Ketel Marte re-injured that low ankle. It was a pinch hit situation. Missed swing, swung a little too hard, went down, twisted it up again. So he's on a 10-day IL, unfortunately. This is Michigan State. So let me make sure. Yep. Okay. Pretty sure this is uneven. So try not to look at it too hard. You give IU in this? Jonathan Smith's first season last year, Michigan State was 4-8. They were bad last year. Mel Tucker was fired after 2 games. That's how bad they were. Defensive back Harlan Barnett took over. Spartans finished 2-8. Former Oregon State head coach Jordan Smith was hired. He turned around the Beavers. He'll need to do the same for Michigan State. Both offense and defense finished outside the top 10 in PFF grading. This year's roster will look drastically different. The Spartans brought in 23 transfers, including quarterback Aiden Childs. Massive rebuild, asking a lot of out of these transfers, out of a new head coach. This is a 50-50 game. I struggle with this one. I had Michigan winning. I had IU winning. This is one of those games I'm very much looking forward to because they're just going to butt heads. 2 very similar situations, even though IU were ranked better in their transfer portal. So I think IU wins this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan State pulls it off. Playing. They first time they got swept in a long time. You have to go back to the first half of the season. Do I expect Michigan State to be much better this season? Yeah. Next is IU versus Michigan. Y'all already know. They were 15-0 last year. They were undefeated. Won their first national championship. Yeah. Wolverines had to replace Harbaugh and 13 players drafted in the recent draft. The offensive coordinator Sherrone Moore takes over. He went 5-0 in Harbaugh's absence when he was suspended for sign stealing. So he equated himself very, very well. He has one of the best defenses in the nation. IU will get absolutely slaughtered. Michigan can go on a bender the day before and be absolutely just hung over and still beat IU. They are going to get blown out. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Your friend Austin Clay on Michigan State? Nice. Let's go on over to Ohio State. IU versus Ohio State. Very, very similar situation here. Ryan Day's in his 7th season. They lost in the Cotton Bowl. They were 11-2 last year. They failed to beat Michigan, but a lot of experts have it being Ohio State's year. The Buckeyes brought back most of their key contributors from last year's team, added serious talent through the transfer portal, namely Ole Miss running back Quishon Judkins, Alabama safety Caleb Downs, and Kansas State quarterback Will Howard. You probably aren't wrong, Darkness. It's going to be bad. They also added UCLA head coach Chip Kelly as offensive coordinator. So, yeah. I think in these combined 2 games, IU is going to score 2 points. It's going to be bad, bad, bad. And to finish out the season, it's Purdue at IU. Head coach Ryan Walters' second season. 21 and 22 marked Purdue's best 2-year stretch in the 21st century. Why PFF, which is where I did a lot of my research. Why they have to emphasize century, I don't know. But, but apparently they've been shit for in the 21st century. So 17 and 10 record and the Big Ten West Division title in that 21-22 stretch. Jeff Brom took the Louisville job. They hired Illinois defense coordinator Ryan Walters as head coach. His season didn't bring any success. They finished 4-8. Finished outside the top 100 of the FBS, both offense and defense, and they lost key players in the draft and transfer portal. They returned 3 offensive linemen, 2 of whom, right tackle Marcus Mbao and center Gus Hartwig, earned 70-plus grades in 2023. So they have like a couple bright spots, including DJ Wingfield, Ball State transfer Corey Stewart, a couple people they added. They've not done anywhere close to what they need to do to improve. They're trying. One Indiana team at a time. This is still a basketball state. How you doing, Cheeks? IU wins in relatively easy fashion. And that will do it. I have IU 7-5, which I think is probably... I think that's pretty fair. Their floor is 5-7, ceiling 8-4, and that's if teams overlook them and a couple of miracles happen. I don't expect 8-4. If 8-4 happens, I'll donate 5 memberships. I don't expect that to happen at all. Expect their floor 5-7 to be probably the more realistic option. I do have a couple of close ones, one upset for sure. So 7-5 is my record prediction, but don't be surprised if it's 5-7. Because this is, Signetti's good, but he's not that damn good. He's going to need a minute. He's going to need a minute. You targeting a bowl game? I think they can make it into one of the lower end bowl games. Not a prominent one. That's a possibility. They can reach. I think they need 6 games. To get one of those lower end ones, but I think they can get a lower end bowl game. But they are going to need 6 wins, which will be tough. Colts games on Thursday, Amazon Prime. Ooh. Yowza no trouser. You guys want to see my first IU scoreboard? I made one. I want to show it real quick. Yeah, things move. They move. I don't know about this so much. I'm gonna try and improve it, but I think I did a pretty good job overall. It looks way better with all the stuff in it. Whoops. If you put all the stuff in it, whoops. Okay, there we go. It looks way better with all the stuff in it. Yeah, it looks way better when you throw all that stuff in there. I had fun making it. I had fun with it. I see you, Chico. Ain't time to eat yet, bub. He smells that baconator. Say Alabama record will be 7-4. You think Alabama's only going to get 7 wins? I don't know about that. They're a pretty darn good team, dude. All right. Now begins Colts prediction, season prediction. Bear with me while I don't get a logos. All right. Thought I rambled. Last prediction. Buckle up, Buttercup. You're in for a ride. Colts strength of record is 14th. It's a tough AFC South, man. 10-7 record last year. For the Texans, this is Texans at Colts. 10-7 record last year. For the Texans, 353 points allowed. That's 11th in the league. Well, every team's going to get cold a little bit, Darkness. Oh, McCarthy got hit. He's always getting hit. The Texans added Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs to already potent offense. First year in D'Amico Ryan's system. Houston had opponents in the first year. D'Amico Ryan's system. They held opponents to 90 rushing yards a game, 3.3 yards per carry, 30% third down success rate. After week 5, they added now edge rusher Will Anderson's in his second season. He'll be opposite Daniel Hunter and Danico Autry. That makes him even more potent. Divisional games are always tough, and Texans beefed up, stacked up, added to it. They're going to be really, really difficult. Colts lose. Colts lose. Say L, we can't ever win week 1. Hopefully we can buck that trend, but it's going to be a rough start. And there, Peterson just missed a home run by that much. Oh, fuck it, Duckus. Now we go to the Colts at the Packers. Sorry, I just rewatched the IT Crowd, and I keep talking like the guy from What We Do in the Dark television show. I can't remember his name. All right, Colts Packers. This is a tough game, man. Immense upside offensively. Started sluggish last year to the Packers, but they turned it around, and man, they were awesome. Won a playoff game against Dallas. They had Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft. I mean, plenty to work with there. New defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley. The interesting thing about him is he comes over from the college ranks. Will his stuff work in the pros? But he has he has Jair Alexander, Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark, Preston Smith. He has a potent defense to work with and a young, talented offense that's only going to get better as the season improves. So Packers win this pretty handily. Colts lose. Colts lose. Colts lose. Now, bring on the Packers. Excuse me, the Bears. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, where the did it go? This is gonna be a fun game. I can't wait to call this one. 2 on, 2 out. It's up to Peyton Smith. Just got called up. See if he can hit. See if he can hit the guys in. Bears and Colts. Caleb Williams, Roma Dunze. They have Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore. Offense is going to be exciting. Bruce kept his job last season in large part because of what the Bears defense did in the second half of the season. From weeks 10 and 18, the Chicago opponents averaged just a 70.5 QB rating. 11 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, 6.5 yards per attempt. They kept opponents under 100 yards rushing per game with 4 scores in an 8-game stretch. Pass rush is, seems like a bit of a concern. I think they're going to be fun. I'm curious to see what this Bears offense can do against the Colts secondary, which it looks like Nick Cross is going to be our starting strong safety. We have Brents at corner and, some high upside players. Defensive, I just think personally our offense is going to clamp them down. I think that pass rush, which I believe the Bears struggled against last year, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Colts win this one, but it's close. Who's the Colts QB2? Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco. Flacca. Yeah. I read a lot for this. I learned a lot. I'm so excited for the season to start. Steelers at the Indianapolis Colts. Pittsburgh upgraded at linebacker with Patrick Queen. They are confident in Joey Porter Jr. is ready to be that number one guy. Steelers should have one of the 10 best NFL defenses in 2024. Dante Jackson will help Joey Porter Jr. out there as well. They have TJ Watt, Cam Hayward. This defense is just insane. But because of their quarterback situation, their offensive lack of ability, regardless of who's out there on the field, I think the Colts win this one. Steelers defense is incredible, but our O-line has been pretty damn good. And I think they're going to hold up. I think just how fast we are is going to help big time. Yeah, it's Joe Flacco, number 2, and then it's Sam Ehlinger, number 3, if they decide to keep 3 quarterbacks. Yeah, I think the Colts are going to dominate that O-line. Let me see. I kind of went out of order in some of these, so bear with me. Okay. Yeah. This is a game I'm interested in. This is gonna be banana nut crunch crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. Diamondbacks do have the bases loaded. Pavin Smith just walked. Colts and Jags. Jags are Jekyll and Hyde, 13th ranked defense along with the Texans. 13th ranked offense, 339 yards per game, 41 touchdowns, 24 in rushing, 9th in passing. When the Jags are clicking, they're hard to beat. Jags beating Colts in Indy, it's possible. They got some weapons over there on that offense. I think the Colts win, though. Adrian Del Castillo, rookie first baseman catcher, had a big home run yesterday. Been pretty damn good for us. Jags have Arik Armstead. It's a divisional game. They have a lot of talent on that offense. I mean, they got some mega pieces over there in Jacksonville. Oh, I have the Colts winning that one, Jacob. I think your offense is trash. Sorry. Jags win, or excuse me, Colts win. What is a close game, but don't be surprised if it goes the other way around. Colts Titans. Let's bring that one up real quick. Colts Titans. Let me go. Watch it be one I forgot to do. Now I found it. I feel yeah, expecting to pick the Colts. Adrian Del Castillo missed the home run by like 40 feet. Damn. Okay, let's get back to business. Colts Titans. Titans signed Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, Tyler Boyd, given a second-year QB, Will Levis, solid cast of weapons to work with. Will Levis started strong, quickly flamed out though. There's one. I think did he have 2 4-touchdown games, if I'm not mistaken? I definitely know he had 1. Titans defense is in flux, but they added Denard Wilson as a team's defensive coordinator. Ravens led the NFL in takeaways last season, and he wants the defense to operate similarly. Yeah, it was foul. Ravens led the NFL in takeaways last season with 31. Titans will have to deal with the losses of Azeez Al-Shahir and Danico Autry, 2 of the top tacklers on last year's defense. So, I think the Titans will be gassed. Guys, I do have the game on, so if you would not spoil, that would be fantastic. But great for the young man. I'm happy for him. Got a first career home run was a walk-off, and then a grand slam here. Just try not to spoil it, guys. It's a dick move. I think the Colts win this because the Titans are just going to be gassed. I think their offense is going to struggle a little bit. That'll force the defense out on the field a lot more. I think that'll give the Colts offense, which should run them ragged, a pretty good chance to win. Pretty good chance to win. That will bring up the Dolphins, guys. The Dolphins. My gosh. Oh boy. Yeah, it's trying to spoil for people. If I were live streaming the game, I'd time you guys out. Dolphins first total offense last year is what I'm trying to say. 401 yards. I think in the playoffs they averaged like 260, something like that. 61 offensive touchdowns. Tyreek Hill's speed makes him close to unguardable, and that allows Dolphins players to dominate the underneath routes. They ranked second in passing yards, 261.2. They added Jalen Wright, who plays the 4.38 second 40-yard dash in NFL Scouting Combine last year. So they're going to be even faster, which is awesome. NFL's crazy with some speed. Dolphins overcame a lot of injuries last year. Kicked ass. But they lost two of his better blockers, Robert Hunt and Connor Williams. That makes it a little tricky. But I think the Colts secondary is going to have their hands full, obviously. I think the entire Colts defense is going to have their hands full. We're pretty fast, but they're a billion times faster. I think the Colts lose handedly here. Pretty handedly. Pretty handedly. So fun. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. We're back with the Texans again, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. Yeah. I wavered back and forth on this one because I fully expect the Colts to win one and lose one. I think my heart gets better me in week one. So I'm going to switch my pick, and I want to say that the Texans will win this game because I do think realistically it's going to be a 1-1. I think it's going to be a 1-1. Yeah. But divisional games are always interesting. These are two very talented offenses. I think the Texans is provedly better. Defense is right up there with them. But I think both are pretty solid. Colts win one, Colts lose one. I think they lose this one. I would go to Colts Vikings. Let's go get that bitch. Colts Vikings. I think that's the one I didn't do. Yeah, that's the one I did not do. Gotta love it. Oh boy. All right. Jackson Holiday, since he was called up last, been absolutely killing it. Okay, so this is really easy. Their quarterback Sam Darnold. They have Aaron Jones and Justin Darnold, but Sam Darnold's going to just run that offense into the ground. I mean, there's only so much Aaron Jones can do. But the defense is good. Harrison Smith, they added Stephon Gilmore, Jonathan Greenyard. Yeah, I think Colts lose just because the Viking offense will be ass. Hey, I'm a time member for 6 months. Yeah. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. Just as you come in, the Florida Marlins hit a home run. JB, congrats on the Diamondback sweep of the Rockies last week. Good game against my Broncos in 8-11-24. I am looking forward to that one. I am very much looking forward to that one. Very, very much looking forward to that one. We are going to move on to um, the Bills at Colts. For one back to yes, sir. Let me give you my thoughts on Zim. Um, they had a Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel. They ran the ball effectively down the stretch last year. Joe Brady took the offensive reins. Um, uh, James Cook is expected to be a big fixture. Defense has been one of the league's best since Sean McDermott took over. They finished 19 yards allowed last year, fourth in points. But they moved on from Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, quarterback Tre'Davious White. They have Matt Milano, Greg Rousseau, Taron Johnson return, Leonard Floyd. They're projected as the 17th best defense in the league. I think the Colts lose this one pretty handedly. But I'm going to pull off the surprise upset and give it to the Colts. My instinct is telling me the Bills win this one handedly, but I think we're capable of surprising a Bills team who, both offensively and defensively, I think there's going to be some hiccups. Still think they're going to be really good. But I think the Colts are going to pull off a tough one here. Yay! Colts, Jets. I can't wait to call this one. This is going to be a highlight game. This is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And why did 8 windows open up at the same time? Let's get. If Rodgers is healthy, this is a vaunted offense. They have an incredible defense with Sauce Gardner out there. I don't think this is even close. I think the Steelers win it handedly. JB, you want a double chunk chocolate cookie? You talking about the big ass chunky chocolate chips? Oh, preseason game 2. Oh, I see. I see. Chocolate chip cookies sound good. JB, Steelers win. You owe me a Whataburger. Colts win. I'll buy you a water. Bet. You can supersize it if they have that. I don't know if they have that. That sounds like something you would enjoy. I think. You like guys named Chuck? Deal? Sweet. Supersize it. Mega size it. Whoever you feel. Bet. Yeah, Colts, Jets. Jets are gonna whoop the Colts ass. So that's not even gonna be close. How do you know? Because I'm almost 40 years old, Cameron. That is why. We move on to the Lions at Colts. 1 second. Nope. Wait, I bet I'm excited to see that. I think I'm going to be getting some Whataburger. I want to eat it slow too. Yeah, I want to eat it real slow. Okay, Lions and Colts. This is simple. Prolific offense for the Lions. A Whataburger, Arturo. A Whataburger. Detroit does an amazing job creating space, personnel motion. This is a lot of the stuff I learned. I read a lot of articles, so this isn't coming off years of experience here. But I was excited to learn. I had fun. I spent most of my day doing this. Yeah, because you never know with football. It's a tricky bitch. It's a tricky one. I I don't know what the hell Jimmy Johnson. Oh wait, it's a sub place, right? As soon as I started saying I didn't know what it was, all right. I recall. Yeah. Um that Lions offense ranked third in yards, 259. Um they can keep defenses unsettled, creating that space. They can run the ball effectively. Maybe I know we're going to lose. I just want to buy Jamie dinner. I appreciate that. And I'm going to buy you dinner too. I want to buy you a couple dinners. Um, they averaged 134.4 rushing yards. This is one of the things I learned. I was like, wow, when I heard that. I was like, shit. They returned David Montgomery and Jamar Gibbs along with offensive coordinator Ben Johnson. So, Colts lose. Colts lose. um, yeah, this is fun. Patriots, Colts, Patriots. Colts are going to be squaring up against what is essentially a Division III high school team. Well, that's too nice. They're going up against the Harlem football troopers. Don't let the oh shit. Next time next stream probably tomorrow. I couldn't do it today because of this, and also I have two gummies in me, and at any point they're going to hit so hard. Okay, so Patriots are ass. They're a little league team. The little Giants could beat them, but then again, they could beat anybody. LOL. Yeah, this is a game close. Colts win. Colts win. 9+. Colts, Broncos, Berber. Colts and Broncos. Colts and Broncos. I have the Colts winning. I think the Colts defense is going to gas them because this is an offense that's going to be led by Ricky Bo Nix, unless I'm mistaken. Defense is solid. They're a fun team, young team. Bo Nix put up some numbers in the preseason, but I think the Colts wins. You have to also keep in mind this is tricky because this is a week 14 bye. Yeah, it depends on a wedding and a certain wedding guest, I think. If you might stop by Vegas, but it's scary with the little Giants, even the Patriots. Hey, Becky, I'm pretty sure that's her name. She's a baller, man. And then they have that dude who's like allergic to everything, who has to hit the inhaler and has like magnifying glasses. That dude's just a pimp. He's just straight up awesome. So they can beat anybody. They can beat anybody. Plus they got the stick 'em. Colts, Broncos, Colts win. This is gonna be a fun young team to watch. That sounds like fun young team. Sounds like a Chinese dish. Ooh, fastball right in the middle. Hit that. Becky was intense. With the eye black. Yeah. I'm excited to watch Denver this year. I can't wait to watch Bo Nix do his thing. Funyuns? Oh, I like Funyuns. I haven't had them in a long time. They tear my gums up. So I try not to have them too often. Yeah, Titans, Colts. Colts are fresh off a bye. At this point, they're either balling out or they just turned into like someone from the 1940s. Did you see that part? Gosh, I could have haunted a Victorian mansion. I refuse to lose to a guy named Bo. As long as it's not a guy named Sue. Out to left center. Oh, that was a well swung. Oh, damn, man. That was close. I had the Titans losing this. Notice I didn't throw a lot of facts and stats out there. I just think that this is a divisional game. One team's young and upcoming, has some pieces in place. Colts are set to be more dominant. I just think the Colts win, especially fresh off a bye. I mean, or Shizzy. Hey, Yvette. How you doing? I am starting to feel a little bit right here. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on, shall we? We got the New York football Giants. Yeah. The Giants are going to die in a mob hit. It's going to be a massacre. We're going to destroy this Giants team. They don't have a quarterback. They lost their best running back. This isn't even going to be close. This, I think, could be as bad as the Patriots game. Could be. Absolutely could be. And to finish out the season, Jags, Colts. Jags and Colts. Let me go and change this real quick. Jags and Colts so you can see your beautiful work. Oh. How are you and Chico doing? I feeling pretty good. I'm in a good mood. I'm happy. Chico, he's hungry. I'm going to feed him after this stream. Jags, Titans. Colts need this one. It's that time. They got to finish the season off strong. They're fresh and ready to kick ass, but the Jags pull a shocker here. I think the Jags win. I think the Jags win. So 10 wins for the Colts. Ceiling is 11. Nine to 13 wins. I think the ceiling could be 12. I think the floor is like 9. There's tricky divisional games. Then there's a potential of I really think the Colts have a chance to beat the Packers. Just because I think Love is really good. The offense is really fun. But I think we can bring the heat, man. I think there's going to be I think we had like it is a harsh schedule. It's a really harsh schedule. But we had 51 sacks last year. We broke the Indy era season sack record. Yeah, we lost Ebicom, but we got the best edge rusher in the draft. Our player got hit. I think 2 players got hit. And now we just hit a Marlin. So benches, I think they started to come out. I think they're back in the dugout. This is getting chippy. So I think our defense, which is problematic in that deep safety slot, I think we could beat the Packers. I think it's a tricky game. I mean, there are games that's just a lock. So like if you want to bet that week, you aren't going to make much, but Jets are going to whoop the Colts. And the Dolphins are going to there are guaranteed losses on the schedule. But I think we can take it to the Packers. It'll be hard. It'll be a fun game. And the Vikings, I know I kind of shit on Sam Darnold, but football's brutal. We could easily lose that game. So they're trap games. They're, very interesting games here. Well, they hit 2 of us and we hit 1 of theirs. I think if we hit another one, shit's going to go down. So I think it's a productive season for the Colts, but I think it is one that's, again, strength schedule sucks, man. We have a hard schedule. Plus a late bye, which guys need that early bye, I think. I think an early bye is better for a team, personally. That late bye hurts. So it's gonna. This is the season that's just it's tough. It's tough. Why they have to give us such a hard schedule? Why? But I think we can live up to it. I think our defense is solid. I think our offense is going to be electric. I think a lot of people are underestimating how how good the offense is going to be, how good Anthony Richardson is going to be. Dude had 4 rushing touchdowns in a very short span of time. You don't think with the hip drop tackle going and him at full speed, O-line still is good, more weapons to play with. Who do you look out for? Do you look out for Pittman? Do you look out for Mitchell? Do you look out for Downs? Who do you look out for? Do you look out for who? You have Taylor. And then Richardson's a whole offense in and of himself. So if Richardson stays healthy, this offense can be electric. You'll think there's 20 of us out there, moving the rock on offense there. I think it's going to be a fun year. I just, fingers crossed, knock on wood, all that. Richardson, stays healthy. It's going to be a fun season. Ceiling 12 wins, floor 8 or 9, somewhere around there. Tricky bitch of a season. But that's going to do it for me. I might be down to do some mocks later, depending on what stratosphere I'm in. Now I just want Whataburger. I do have this cheeseburger. It's a Wendy's cheeseburger. It's a Baconator. I'm going to put it in the air fryer. Yeah. This is fun. This is a good time. Colts football starts very, very soon. IU football starts in, I think, under a week. Maybe just over a week. It's going to be a fun season of football. Plus, winter is coming. My favorite season. So I'm gonna let y'all hang. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all can chill and hang with your homies. I want to take Chico for a walk around the apartment complex. And go Colts. Later, I'm gonna show you my fantasy team and I need your honest rating. Downskis. And I'm down for Jeopardy if anybody is later. Look. I am by no means a fantasy expert. It's like me playing Madden or just about any video game. I suck at it, but I have a lot of fun. That's me in fantasy. So I'm by no means an expert at all. So, but I will give my honest opinion, and I'll be kind. I'm not sending you it anymore. Well, I'm not like, 20 IQ on it. All right, I'm gonna get you all out of here. I want to take Chico for his little walk. Y'all take care of yourself. I'll be in TSF Discord later, chilling, hanging out. I hear you, old man. We're gonna go for a walk.